The Tao of Self-Confidence, episode 653. Welcome to the Tao of Self-Confidence, where I share stories of amazing women who have discovered their inner journey to self-confidence. Visit our website at thetaoofselfconfidence.com. Your inner journey to self-confidence awaits. Well, hello, friend. Welcome to the Tao of Self-Confidence, where I share stories of amazing women who have discovered their inner journey to self-confidence. I'm your host today, Sheena Yap Chan, and today I have an amazing lady on the show today. She is an artist in Jakarta, and I'm really excited to have her on and share her story with us today on self-confidence. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce you to Ika Vantiani. Ika, how are you doing? Maybe you can fill in a little bit more about yourself to the listeners.
Sure. Hi everyone, I'm Ika Vantiani. I'm a self-taught artist that mostly talk about women, media, and consumerism on my works. I usually start with what's available around and within me. And a part of being an artist, I'm also curate and make upcycle products.
Awesome. Well, thanks for sharing that. And Ika, what's your cultural background?
I'm Indonesian with half Arab and half Japanese parents. I live and work in Jakarta at the moment.
Thanks for sharing that. And what would be your favorite self-confidence quote?
I think my favorite self-confidence quote is actually something to do with feeling fearless. The quote will be from Luvi Anjay. She said that people think about the word fearless to mean without fear, but I see it to actually mean with fear, but you did it anyway.
Thanks for sharing that. We all face fears, right? It's just sometimes we feel like the fear takes over our lives, but really fear is just an indication that, we can go out there and do it, right? Obviously there's certain things that we do fear and we have to think about it before, we do stuff like maybe skydiving or something or jumping off a cliff. But when it comes to going after what you want, it's just an indication that, you are meant to do greater things, and once you step over the other side of fear, then the magic happens. So thanks for sharing that great quote. And in your own words, how do you define self-confidence?
I think self-confidence is about knowing and celebrating your strengths and weaknesses and living life to the fullest every day.
Thanks for sharing that. And I like how you mentioned, your weaknesses and strengths, because a lot of us, with our weaknesses, we feel like it's a bad thing, not realizing that's a part of who we are, and it can also be a good thing, right? We have to embrace everything about us, the good, the bad, the ugly. And the more we can do that, the more we can be our true selves, our authentic selves. So I really love that definition that you mentioned. And Ika, what was your life like before your discovery of self-confidence?
I think this is a very interesting question because I do not see myself or have that moment before after if we talk about self-confidence, but I found self-confidence because I tend to mostly do whatever the thing that I want to do or can do, so I think it's not necessarily because also I feel confidence most of the time, but more about if I do not do this now, I may never get the chance to do this ever again. Like carpe diem, seize the day. It's more like in that spirit to me.
Thanks for sharing that. And Ika, what was that point in your life when you realized, especially being a self-taught artist, women in Asia aren't really always going after what they want. And when they do, it's like you get ridiculed. But what was that point in your life when you realized you were more than enough to go out there and, be the artist that you are today? And, especially being a self-taught artist, what was that aha moment that made you take that action?
It was actually the moment when I felt so unhappy with the job that I've been working on for more than a decade. And I feel that there must be more than this. There must be something that I work that I genuinely happy and it's really part of myself. So that moment is actually the moment when I said to myself that there must be something out there. If it's not now that I could find it, there must be some way I will be there. So that's where I start to do that and let myself doing the whole process of it until, what I am today. I've been a self-taught artist for 10 years now.
Thanks for sharing that. I love how you mentioned that because I'm sure there's people out there who feel like they are meant for something more, right, than working at a job. There's nothing wrong with working at a job, but if it's something you're not happy with, then obviously, there's something wrong with it. And there's you know there you could do more, you can be more, you can do better. And especially as women, we feel like, we're not enough. We feel like that, we're only good enough for a certain job or a certain position. But as women, we can go out there and be who we want to be if we just go out there and put the work in. And yeah, it's not always going to be easy. You're going to have bad days. You're going to have days when you feel like quitting. But, the more you keep pushing yourself to keep going, the better it will be. And, because of your realizations, what's your life been like now?
It's interesting that now I see art is like my home as an individual, as a person. Like I finally find a world where I could completely be myself. Completely being myself means that I could be really honest in terms of the way I explore my feelings, my creativity, my ideas, and even the way I explore choices in my life. I mean, through art, I feel that all the message that would like to convey to other people have its outlets. And I feel really grateful to be able to finally feel that.
Thanks for sharing that. And that's great. You have, art as your platform to speak your voice, speak your truth, and be your authentic self. As, we all have different platforms that we can use to go out there and spread our voice and spread our message. And for you, art is yours. I mean, for some people it might be dance. For some people it might be doing videos. But, the best part is learning to figure out what works for us. And I'm glad that you're able to find that. And, to the woman who's listening to your episode, she may be in her own journey to self-confidence. What would be that one tip you would give to her?
Know your strength and working on it like really hard and focus on that. And I think that by focus on your strength, it's going to also develop the way you see yourself and the way you value yourself. That actually like the foundation to actually keep moving forward on whatever happened and believe in yourself.
Thanks for sharing those great tips. And if our listeners wanted to get to know a little bit more about you and what you do or check out some of your artwork, is there any links or social media profiles we can connect with?
I'm mostly now at Instagram. I'm still developing my website. My Instagram handle is Vantiani, Vantiani.
Awesome. Well, thanks for sharing that. And to our listeners, if you want to connect with Ika, you can also head on over to thetaoofselfconfidence.com and search for Ika's name. Her show notes will pop up along with everything else that we talked about. And I really just want to thank Ika today for taking the time to share her story and tips with us on self-confidence. So thank you so much, Ika.
Thank you so much, Ina.
It was really great having you on the show, so thank you again. And to our listeners, be on the lookout for another new episode of another amazing woman's journey to self-confidence, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye for now. Thank you for tuning in to another amazing episode of The Tao of Self-Confidence. Get your free audiobook by visiting our website at thetaoofselfconfidence.com. Your inner journey to self-confidence awaits.